And begin.
Have you ever seen those mesmerizing videos on Facebook or Instagram where someone is throwing a pot? Yeah. Now you can see it in real life. Throwing a pot on the wheel can be quite intimidating at first, and it may take you a few times to get the hang of it, but it isn't all that difficult of a process. A thrown pot can be achieved by preparing your materials, actually using the wheel to create, and finally firing it when you're done. First, put on an apron so you don't get all dirty. And then you're going to get all your materials ready. And for my materials, I have a cup of water, a string, which I'm going to use to cut the pot off the wheel, this, which I do to clean off the wheel afterward, paper towels, and then about 2 handfuls of clay. And first, I have to prep my clay to get the air bubbles out of it. And I do that by throwing it down, tearing it apart, throwing it down. And then, there's another way of kneading it. Like this. And once you've gotten all the air bubbles out, you move to the wheel. You would put the clay on the wheel in the center, and then you want to go full speed to get it first off, and you have to get it wet so it doesn't stick to your hands. And you do that, and once you do that, it's centered. And the way you center it is I'll show you, by putting your hands usually in the crook of your knee or something to keep it still, because you don't want your hands to be moving at all. See how my hands aren't moving anymore, but at first they were. And once you have your pot fully centered, you're going to start pressing down in the middle to open up your pot. And you have to keep your hands wet or else it'll stick and it won't be as smooth. This is how you open up your pot. And once you do that, you are able to start pulling up the sides of your pot. And to do that, there are multiple ways. You want to keep pressure on the outside of the pot so it doesn't completely go out, while continuously getting it wet on your hands, keep them wet. And you can pull it up by having your hands on the outside and your thumbs in the middle, like this. You can also go with your pointer finger and your other pointer finger, one on the outside, one in the middle. You don't want the wheel at really fast or else you're going to tear up the side of your pot, and you slowly make movements upward, like this. And as you bring it up, it's going to get thinner. So it might end up doing this. And if it does that, you take your needle tool and you're going to go slowly with the tool. Go like this, and you can cut off that part of your pot. Once you've cut it off, you can keep going with your pot again. Get it, make sure it's centered again, and you have it partially opened up. And you can keep doing that. Once you do this, you just keep pulling the sides of your pot until you achieve the thinness and length desired of your pot. Once you're finished with a pot that you might like to keep, so that could look like this. You really probably wouldn't want to keep this one. You can keep one like this, maybe. Not really. Or like this, and this one's taller, and the walls are pretty thin, if you can tell. And the clay's been manipulated enough where it's made the most out of the amount. But after you get your pot the thinness and height that you would like it to be, you would use this tool right here to cut it. And you do this by, it's kind of like floss, and you press down and you slowly until it's off. And you can't take it off right away, because if you do, you'll bend and fold the pot. So you would take it and leave it to dry. And your pot, after you cut it, and firing it, you have to let your pot dry completely to fire it, and then you put it in the kiln. And once you put it in the kiln, it comes out looking like this. it changes color and it won't, like if you were to put these after they dry back in the water, they would become clay again, but this can get wet and it's not going to change shape. And then after you fire it, you have the option of glazing your pot, and you can do that with multiple different colors, and you put it in the kiln again after you fire it. You can achieve throwing a pot on the wheel by preparing, like I did, throwing the pot actually on the wheel and working with it, and determination. You probably aren't going to always like what you've made, so don't be discouraged if you don't like what you made the first time, because it takes a lot of work and trying. And after a few tries, you might make something you want to keep. That's it.
Thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.